Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Maureen.
And we're keeping you in stitches. Okay, well, we're finally back after a crazy little wedding setup extravaganza.
That's right. Jill is awesome.
I don't know about that.
I think she should be a wedding planner.
No.
She was a lifesaver, and my sister Honey and Brittany really pitched in and did a lot of
nice
work.
And your other daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it was, and Maureen and Rod and her boys are like, they are workhorses. I mean,
well, it was kind of a crazy week, because where they were going to get married, we've been getting so much rain here lately, and where they were going to get married, there was like this, I mean, their shoes, they walked out there and they were just caked in mud, and it was kind of like, you can't get married here.
And that's not normal for here in
it is
in
not.
July.
No.
We don't get that much.
No. So, they decided to do it in the yard, which I was glad that I'd kind of had this feeling that maybe something would happen and they wouldn't be able to get married in the field where they wanted to in case it rained. And so I was painting and staining and getting things ready. And
she had flowers done. And I think if you guys haven't watched, the other ones, I guess maybe we should say, hi, welcome. We're a cross-stitch FlossTube. And thank you to everybody that subscribed. But if you haven't watched before, or you've watched the other ones, Maureen lives on a ranch.
Right.
And so, her son, and, for having just three sons and no daughters, they've put on two weddings at their ranch so far. So just one more.
Well, and that's because one daughter-in-law is from Chile, and the other one, our newest one, is from Seattle, and she didn't really want to have a big wedding. It was my son that wanted to have the wedding.
Yeah, and they wanted to get married here. So
so
it worked really good.
It did, and it was just a busy week, and Jill was like, she was busy making flowers, and we really didn't quite have it planned out what we were doing, and so Marie, my new daughter-in-law, showed Jill this picture of, it was a beer bottle, hanging on it was hanging on a chair,
but we had like the normal metal chairs from the school.
Yeah, we borrowed chairs from the school, and so
they didn't have like a wooden post at the edge that you could hang a ribbon off of. So we were kind of like, oh, what are we gonna do with that? Because it looked cute. She'd found this really cute thing, and luckily I just had went to Joann's just to pick up. I was like, well, maybe I should get some more ribbon, or I can't even remember. There was something else that I was just sort of picking up, like. And I saw they had like garden shepherd's hooks, the little ones kind of, and they were on sale for like, they were like $1.50 or something. I'm like, oh, I'm taking those.
And it worked out really good. But it was just a beer bottle with a rose in it is what the picture was.
Oh, yeah. It was like an orangish colored rose and maybe some greenery or something. I can't remember what else was in it.
But Jill was like, oh, that'll be so easy. I can do that. And so she put in a rose and a snapdragon and blue ribbon around it, and I mean,
we tied them and they hung off there and they worked.
Yeah, and I was like,
good.
Boys, you need to drink some beer.
Brown bottles. So that's what I was like. And they were like, oh,
if we really have to.
All right, Mom says we have to drink some beer, so because we need the brown bottles. Yeah. So but they were really cute though.
It did. It was something so simple.
It was. I mean, and thankfully Marie was like, she was really into just simple, and she was so laid back and just went with the flow of whatever happened. And so was Riley. I mean, her son.
Well, but he didn't.
That's a Riley. He didn't care at all. But I mean, really, I mean, Marie just.
Yeah, she just was like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. She's like, oh, okay. We're like, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to do it in the field where you guys wanted. I think we might have to move it to the yard. Okay. I mean, really.
She was great, and her parents were great, and
everybody,
her family was great.
If I figure out, if I go home tonight and figure out how to insert pictures, I will insert a few here. If not, we'll just later. But I was gonna say, they had a family friend that flew all the way from the Boston area, that just does photography kind of on the side. It's not her main job. Amazing pictures.
Yeah, she was so much fun.
She was great. I mean, she was just so much fun and had great ideas, had got here the night before and kind of looked around and had, just stuff laid out. She was great. And she's got a Facebook. She's Lila Lane Photography. Yes. So if you guys are anywhere out like on the East Coast around there, around the Boston area, and you're looking for somebody, she's amazing.
Yeah, and if Jill doesn't get pictures posted, there's pictures.
There's pictures on her Facebook
page of the wedding, and I was just looking at the few that she posted, and I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to decide?
I know
she just had some really neat ideas.
Yeah,
and she was like, oh yeah, you want pictures in the barn? Sure, I'll climb up in the loft.
It
was just like in a dress. And,
she was like, damn, let's go.
And Marie she crawled up in the loft in her wedding dress too.
Yeah, cute pictures. So
yeah, but Jill was awesome, and Honey and Brittany and
it was just,
Catalina kept Marie busy the day of the wedding,
and took her out of town to get hair and makeup done. It was just great.
Yes,
and
great. I was a slave driver. I had that whip. I was trying to crack that whip for those.
She kept him busy.
It was like, oh, you need to do this.
But it's like they're used to it because they're just like, okay, Mom.
They thought I was a little, because I made them pick through the chairs.
They were laughing about that because first we were gonna do just gray ones. I think it was Reed was telling me that, and then she saw that one there that had paint on it. And nope.
Well, we didn't have enough chairs that were gray, but it looked really nice, and
then it rained, of course, on us for the wedding. But
because it's been raining every evening, and it wasn't supposed to rain on Saturday.
I know.
This guy kept getting darker and darker, and you could hear it kind of thundering, and somebody came up to me. It was about 5 minutes before the wedding was supposed to start, and said, we just looked at the radar, we need to go.
So we're like, all right, everybody's here that's here, let's go.
And so I hustled the boys out and said, we're going right now. And so we got everybody all lined out. Riley was standing up front, and the officiant was there, and and then it just really started raining. It did, and I was like, okay, we're going back in, but Marie was coming out the door.
Well, yeah, because I said, well, I'll go ask her and see, because Riley's like, well, I don't care, we can stay up here. And then he said, oh, maybe we better check with Marie.
Yeah.
And so I ran back up, and her dad was there, and I said, does she want us to go back in and wait the storm out? Or and he's like, oh, no, she's just kind of nervous about coming out. She didn't care about the rain.
Yeah.
So we were good.
I guess they're from Seattle, so maybe they don't.
You're probably right. Yeah. And this was like nothing.
Yeah, the wind was pretty windy, and I think they said the ceremony was supposed to take about 15, 20 minutes.
And I think he cut it down a little quicker.
It was like 5. It was and all the chairs that we worked so hard to put out, like, half the people didn't sit down. They were standing up underneath our deck.
Because they might melt. I don't know.
Oh, but it was just
it was good. Fun. It was good. But I suppose we're like 9 minutes in. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to maybe the FlossTube stuff.
Wait a minute. We got to finish the rest of the story. So this is the way things happen when you have a house full of people. Our septic tank started backing up into our basement. So I'm there in the dress
that she's wearing for the wedding, trying to clean out showers and clean things up and get
because apparently we're all kind of full of it. I don't know, but it's that happened, and then so today they came and pumped our septic tank, and hopefully that fixes it.
But you know what? Everything worked out great.
It did. It was just like,
it was a lot of work. I'm exhausted. That's what we'll title this one, Post-Wedding Exhaustion, because we're both just like, whoa.
I know.
But I jokingly said, hey, are we doing a video while I'm home this weekend? And she kind of gave me a dirty look, so I thought the answer was no. And then today I get a message from her that says, hey, are we doing this video? I'm like, what? You okay?
Okay. Yeah. Well, and the other thing is, nobody's home. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. So the daughter-in-law can't make fun of us.
I know.
We said that last time about her, the crazy lady coming in, and she sends me just that clip, and she's like,
what is this?
She cracks me up.
Yeah.
She told Maureen that she'll guest star sometime
Yeah, so
for
we
us.
were going to bring her in.
Guest star, because we're the stars.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, it'll be fun.
Yes.
But so we just wanted to thank everybody that subscribed, and there's a few comments that we were going to point out. One of the first ones I was really excited about is there's a YouTube channel called Kia B. And I know her because I've watched like quilting tutorials before, but she left a comment just saying, hey, you guys, great job on the video, and keep it up or something. But I'm like, I called Maureen. I'm like, hey, she's got like 19,000 followers.
I know. So then, and I'd never watched her, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I know. And they got into, she doesn't just do the quilting tutorials. Her and her husband, she does cross stitch, and then her husband has started cross stitching too. Yeah. He started and did Mania with her. So it was really fun. So if you guys haven't checked them out, Kia, Keab, like BEE, is their channel. They're so much fun. They're just sweet people. So
she is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was pretty excited though. I'm like, she watched our video. Then I'm like, oh God, what did we say?
Yeah, too late now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Crafting Bev, I think she was the one that put that. Oh yeah, the crazy lady didn't show up, or something like
I was still waiting for the crazy lady to show up with the video, and she's like, and by that I mean me.
So, Crafty Bev, if you're in Montana, stop in and see us.
Yeah, we'll put you in a video. We have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Nobody else will go in there.
No,
none of our family will. I asked my mom to. She's like, no.
Oh, and Stacy
she's from California.
California.
She's like 45 minutes outside of Disneyland, I think she said.
Oh, right. She's coming up in October to
look for land around Bozeman or Ennis, she said. Mm-hmm. We think Ennis.
Ennis would be better. Bozeman, I mean, to us, Bozeman is like big city. It's the traffic's bad.
The traffic's getting bad, and there's getting a lot of people, and it's just not like small town Montana so much, but really, I guess depending on what she's used to, it might be perfect.
I was going to say, it probably, traffic would be nothing.
Yeah. Marie's brother, I think, was saying, was it the brother or somebody was saying that somebody was, maybe it was the officiant. I don't know. Somebody, their family was going to move up, and they were looking around at different places, and they finally settled in Bozeman.
Oh, it was Ben.
The officiant, because, and granted, we've had a couple of rough winters, a little rougher than maybe they have been in the past. And so they thought, well, at least they would, plow. I'm like, I don't know.
Maybe.
But anyway, so that'd be fun. And come up. Maybe we're filming when you come up. You could come.
Let us know.
And then we just wanted to give kind of a nice little shout out to, there's a lady, she goes, she's made a comment every time. Actually, there's two of them. Ernestine Boyd has two, but Knitting for My Boys has left a comment for us every video, just encouraging us and we
really appreciate that.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's kind of fun to see, just
somebody likes us.
Yeah, it's not just us. Yeah, because we're always saying our family must not play well with others because we just like each other.
Yeah,
and maybe nobody else likes us. I don't know. All right,
they have to because we're funny.
Yeah, well, we think we're hilarious. Sometimes more than others, but I'm always funny. I mean, the other ones sometimes are not funny. But, so I guess we don't have a lot to show either. That's probably because we've been wedding planning. But
I know.
You were gonna show your previous finish, your little.
Oh yeah. This is a Lizzie Kate. I didn't get the little thing, but I finished this quite a while ago. But I finally did the Priscillifying, yes.
FFO.
Yes, and so I just need to get a magnet to attach it to something. I'm thinking
you should show,
I think I'm going to attach it to this little thing, like that, because I like this little box. Jill had bought this, and I said, "Why didn't you buy me one?" And
I was like, I just wasn't sure if you'd like it.
Yeah,
Hobby Lobby, by the way.
Hobby Lobby, yes. And so then I went, and it was on sale. So
I know. Gotta buy stuff on sale.
So I got that.
That's it, because obviously I don't have any previous finishes because I don't finish anything.
You have a lot of things that you were working on. Do you want to go through?
I do. Whips? I did whips a little different this time. I was kind of so stressed out thinking like I've got to work on everything because, you know, that's what Priscilla and Chelsea do.
Right,
But then I was like, okay, you know what? No, we're just going to relax. And so I tried to spend a little more time on each project this time. But one of my first ones was Country Cottage Needleworks Fa La La. And I just really like this cute little thing. But it's really funny because I've stitched it probably twice now because of what I've tore out and what I haven't. Because initially I was gonna do I just put the green in, was just a DMC green, and that's what I was gonna do up here. But I wanted to do the variegation in the tree, and once I got the tree in, I didn't like the stitching thing anymore. And now that I've done all that, I think the Fa La La looks funny all in one color. So then I pulled out some other fabric. Some other thread. So what I changed it to, I think the pattern must have called for 368 in DMC. And so I had some Lucky sitting around, who knows what for. And then I was using 498 for the red. And I dug around. I had baked apple. I think I bought this one time by mistake because I think I needed apple cider for something. And I grabbed baked apple instead.
I wonder, maybe you should use like a licorice red, a brighter red.
You think so?
Than baked apple. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. I'll stitch it, and if I don't like it, I'll pull it out again.
There you go.
I am just using plain white. And then I had 434 pulled for like the, I think the tree and maybe the base of the tree. And this little thing that goes underneath here, right there. I had that stitched and I didn't like it. I didn't like the color. So I'm just doing everything in 3371, which is the color of the sheep and the legs and stuff.
Oh.
The sheep legs.
I don't know if I'd even put that little thing in.
Yeah,
Why?
well, maybe not.
Why?
It was in there once, but you know. So really, like, I've pulled everything out except the lettering, which I'm probably pulling out.
But I do.
And the stone. Everything else has been done twice.
I do like that.
Which is goofy for me, because I'm usually not like that. Okay. My next one is Halloween Rules by Lizzie Kate. And this is what I've got done so far. I think I had Greet a Ghost done last time. And so I did Brew Some Fun, Sit for a Spell, and then this one up here that's partially finished is Mind Your Mummy. These are, so this is what it's sort of going to look like.
You've got quite a bit done on that.
Really, they go pretty fast. And I used the changes from Shepherd's Bush. And I was gonna tell everybody too, because I was hesitant about doing this, because I don't like to talk to people on the phone. But Shepherd's Bush, you don't order through their website. You call them.
Yeah.
They're wonderful to talk to. They're the nicest ladies. I mean, they really like to talk to you and get everything you need, and I mean, they really are wonderful. So don't hesitate to call, but and ask for their changes. That's what I was getting at. So I changed the Brew Some Fun. This I left off because there's a button of a cauldron that's going to be put there. That was a pack that Shepherd's Bush had that you gave me.
That I had bought the kit and then didn't use
the buttons. Yeah, I changed the hat because I just didn't like the orange, and I'm a purple girl.
Oh, I like that. I didn't even notice that.
So I did that. Oh, and there's like a star that's going to go on top of the wand. And then I did Sit for a Spell. This one I haven't done the middle spider because that is going to be a button. And here is the Mind Your Mummy that I'm working on right now. And the head, there's a button. That's why I hadn't done that yet.
So how many more do you have to do?
Mind Your Mummy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 and the top.
And the topper. And so I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on my 6th one. So I'm almost halfway done with the actual little, I don't know what you call those, each little rectangular section.
Yeah.
Then I worked on Hen and Chicks by Brenda Gervais. And it's this one. I think Chelsea's doing that one too. I love this for some reason.
I really do like that. I like the green.
And so I think last time I had stitched so that I could at least start some of the dress because I really wanted to do that. But so I came over and I did some more of the leaves or this vine. I still have to do some, and I did these 3 chickens here. And I don't know, I think I'd put that chicken in before, but I stitched the apron and I stitched all of the dress for the mama chick, and maybe I'll give her a head at some point. Okay, and Country Cottage Needleworks, Count Your Blessings.
You were really busy.
I love this one.
Well,
I tried to spend like 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 nights on each one this time. So I didn't do as many, but I finished the house and the windows and stuff. And then I was looking at that. I was like, I think I had to rip something out. I think I'd put something in wrong last time, but I can't remember. It was just like the orange or something at the top. So I love that. This is Sheep Stories. It's a set of 4 by Jardin Privé. And I started with, this is number 2 because I wanted to start in the lower left-hand corner. I don't know why. I just did. Because why not?
Why not?
So I finished the alphabet and put the hearts in and started on the grass and a sheep. So I just really love that alphabet for some reason.
I really like that. I'm going to have to get that one and do it.
Yeah.
I should, because I like
too.
sheep and I like
You
UBCs.
Yeah. Then this is another Jardin Privé one. It's the one that means back to sources, and I could never figure that out. I don't know if it means back to beginnings, like it's an ABC sampler, was my thought. I don't know. I should ask somebody sometime that actually speaks French.
Is this the one that Jan Hicks is doing?
I don't know if this was a Jan Hicks one or somebody else.
Okay.
But I had done part of this. And so I kind of finished up here and finished this part and came down so that I could see kind of how far down it was going to go. So I'll get that done. And then this one is Thistle, which is Carolyn Manning's design. This is my working copy again because I will destroy the other one. And this is the reason. I figured I can show part of this because you're not really going to know where it's at. It's kind of in the middle. But I just wanted to show that what I did was regrid this myself because every block here is 9. It's a 9x9 instead of the 10. And I think I mentioned before that this is the first time that I had tried gridding out a fabric. And I was doing it more just to see how it went. So a lot of people do 10x10 because then that's what the lines on the fabric are. Or on the pattern, I mean. But I redid them in pink so that I would have 9x9 because that's what each of these little squares were. But if you'll notice, I did all along the bottom because I realized that would get, the pattern's like 16 pages long. But 4 of the pages were just to that bottom row. And I was like, if I get that done, I can throw 4 of the pages out. Yeah. And then this was another one. So I was like, oh, I'm excited. Now I'm getting, I'm throwing some pages away. Yeah. And I can't remember if I did any more of this or not. This is Stars and Stripes by Sam Sarah Design Studio. I had made big plans to have this like finished and I could FFO it. And honestly, I think the reason I'm not stitching on it, because I really liked stitching this, is because I don't know, like I'm dragging my feet about finishing it.
Because you don't know how you're going to finish it?
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to use that Liberty sign that you gave me last, the little wooden piece from Target.
Yeah.
But my problem is these are kind of different colors. This is older sampler threads, I think. And the colors are like faded, the blue and the red. And the cream, and so far I haven't found fabric really that matches coordinates with it right, and so I just haven't quite figured it out. So I'll probably finish stitching it, but I'm not going to worry about FFOing it for a while. Go ahead. Do you want me to show these, or do you want to?
It doesn't matter. You've got keep going.
Okay,
you go, girl.
Here's my other stuff. I also kind of started sewing a little bit again. My brother's sister-in-law, my brother's wife's sister is having a baby.
Yeah.
And so my sister-in-law's sister.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, and so they don't know if they're having a boy or girl. They're not going to find out.
Which I think is kind of cool.
I know. I think it is too. She did that too.
Yeah. Well, that was like back in the day before you really did find out.
Like she's so old. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Except for Reed, you found out on.
No, I did.
Yeah, you had him tell you.
No, the nurses, like a week before he was born, because I wanted a girl. I really wanted girls, you know, and Ross, I knew he was going to be a girl, and he was...
And she made a bet with her husband on naming, so she just knew it was a girl, so she was
like, so...
I'll name it if it's a girl, you name it if it's a boy.
Because that was a win for me. I mean, I was positive, and then he was a boy, and I was like, I really don't like the name Ross, but I like it now.
I do too.
And
it's a really good, and so he's a very good guy. By the way, that's the single son, just saying. Yeah, he'll be really happy with me. He's not going to watch this far in.
No, he watches a little bit of it. He says he watches the beginning of it. We won't tell him that he needs to watch the middle.
Exactly.
Or maybe we should.
Catalina will probably tell. Or Reed.
Yeah.
Reed.
Yeah.
We know, because we asked Riley. Riley said he only found out about us because you sent it to him, Reed. We know now.
Yeah. So anyway, then we had Riley, and Riley, I kind of thought he was going to be a boy, but Reed, I was like, this is the girl. And the doctor said, yep, this is your girl. And so we didn't have a boy's name picked out.
Oh, you didn't?
Then about a week before he was born, the nurses said something about names, and I said, you know, we had Shay picked out for a girl, Shay Catherine or Catherine Shay. But anyway, they said, you better pick a boy's name out, because they said his heartbeat was really slow, and they said, that means it's a boy, and we're usually not wrong. And so then we were kind of thinking about names, and, well, I was still holding out hope that he was a girl.
Yeah.
But
he's not, and I gotta tell you, he's a pretty good kid.
He is. And so then everybody said, well, you gotta name him something with an R.
Well, yeah, because the other two are R's. I mean, you can't just make one feel all weird.
And Rod, my husband is an R, so then we...
I know, I told her at the time, I thought, Shay, that seems like such... And all I could think of was, like, it sounds like a French restaurant or a French bar or something like Shay Catherine's. But now I love the name Shay.
Yeah, Rod had some relative of his was named Shay, but I think it was they called her Shay, but I think it was actually her last name, and her last name was O'Shea, but they called her Shay.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Oh,
I don't know.
You learn.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, back to the baby story.
Yeah. Sorry. So anyway, I am all over the place. It's wedding exhaustion.
Squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, what? And we were all excited today because Rod and Catalina, the daughter-in-law that teases us, are both out of town, actually out of the state for a little while. And so we're like, they're not even, there's going to be no interruptions. We're not going to have to worry about that. And it's like, now both of us are just like, what? Who? Huh? Anyway, so I decided that I was going to try, I've started another strip quilt as you go.
Right.
Quilt as you go strip quilt? I can't remember. For myself, but I bought some jelly rolls, and I wasn't sure. I had to ask my sister-in-law. I was like, is she gonna be like? I know that this is kind of culturally sensitive, but it's cute, and I liked I just really like the colors, and I like the little foxes, and
she did it.
It's cute. She said she thinks she'll be fine. So I bought these jelly rolls, and I was just I'm just machine stitching. And then I just thought, gosh, that's going to be so busy if it's all like that. I was worried. So then I went and bought, I only did a few like that. And then I went and bought just some Kona cotton to do complementary pieces with it. So,
yeah. You'll have to bring your strip quilt that you did.
I did it in kind of bright, like Amish kind of, it almost looks kind of Amish because I used black and at one of our quilt retreats. But, and I'm not done with that. I'm going to work at that on a quilt retreat at the end of July.
Okay.
But anyway, so I've been working on that. And then I also finished my, what is this called? Diamond painting.
Diamond painting.
I don't know why it's painting. The cow.
Know, yeah.
So I finished that, and that was fun. And
so
we saw
cute.
this. Was this Shauna that you saw it?
Donna's
Donna's doing it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought Shauna had it the one time.
No, it was.
Maybe they're both doing it.
It was Donna was the one that I saw first, and I just. And I am not anywhere near that far on it.
Yeah. And then I just started another little one actually that my mom gave me. She bought this like a long time ago and didn't like it because it wasn't full coverage, I think. But I grabbed it and just threw it in my bag of stuff to take home this weekend because I was staying for an extended time, and I just started it, and this is what I did yesterday because I just wanted something really mindless and relaxing, and that's what diamond painting does for me.
We blew Jill's stitching record because
I know, I was so excited because I had stitched every day for Mania. So since the May 1st, probably a few days before. And then I didn't even think about it. I came out here Friday to start doing stuff for the wedding and doing flowers, and we were Saturday, and they were just super long days, and I didn't even realize until Sunday evening that I had stitched either one of those days, and then I just chose not to stitch last night either because I was like,
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm doing mindless stuff.
Yeah.
That's haul. So
that's haul. Oh, okay. So I don't know if I worked on this one at all. I have not really stitched hardly at all. So this is Plum Street Samplers, Judge Not, and this Donna did from Stitching and Doing.
Yes.
And she has 4 rows of 4.
Yeah.
And then doesn't put the words on it. And
I
I
love that.
really like that.
And you did color changes, right?
I did. Yes, I did shepherd's bush color changes, and I don't know if I stitched on it or not. If I did, it was a long
Shout
time
out
ago.
to Stephanie.
Yes. Then the other thing, I was stitching on My Country by Lottie Daw, and I said I was going to quit stitching on it because I was so tired of doing the brown, but I kept
The borders were just like dragging on and on, but look.
But I just kept stitching, and then I had
She
a little bit of
persevered.
thread left, and so then I started on the bird, and finally I thought, okay, now I'm going to fill in the bird, and so then I thought, oh, I can do some of the wording.
The words, and
And so then I quit that, and then like a week or 2 before the wedding, I was like,
because we're like that.
yeah.
Well, she's like that because she could get it done.
Well, I thought I should have made a wedding sampler for him, and I only had 2 wedding samplers, or pictures to choose from.
like actual ones.
Yeah, and I didn't like the other one, and so this is Bent Creek, and I have I think it's Bent Creek Wedding Row. Is what it's called.
I think so.
And I have no
Or
idea
something like that.
where the
Or my love
where-
or something.
where the front page is. And I changed the
We're post-wedding, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll find it at some point.
Yes, it's here, but where, I don't know.
And she changed the colors.
So I used Purple Haze for the letters and Misty Harbor, I think, for the little scrolly things. And I don't
what the
remember.
hearts were.
Williamsburg Red, I think. And then it has it's supposed to have little X's and O's all over it, and I didn't like that, so I just kind of filled it in with scrolls. So I showed it to Marie. Riley doesn't care.
Yeah.
And said,
Okay, Mom, yeah.
I'll get it done eventually.
Yeah.
But
And
she
then
was pretty
it's going to say Marie and Riley down
Yeah,
below.
down in the
and
corner.
date.
I
I'm
think
assuming?
so.
I don't know.
I don't
I'll have
know.
to look.
I need the picture.
Yeah.
I don't know. Or the pattern
We'll find
here
it.
somewhere, yeah. But
All right, so I think that's all of our whips.
Yeah.
I've got some serious haul.
yes.
I
you want
have
me
a
to-
problem.
I've got
Yeah,
I
go
got
ahead.
the little toolbox.
She showed the little toolbox already from
Then-
Hobby Lobby.
I got this from Hobby Lobby. And
Little,
I just
what do they
thought-
call those sandwich boards? Is that what they're called?
I think they are.
I don't
yeah,
know.
but I just thought, oh, that was really cute, and it was
I
on
know.
sale.
I'm pretty sure I picked one up too.
Yes, and then I just love this little toolbox.
I know,
don't
right?
know what I might not use it for a cross stitch thing. I might just use it to put little.
I
crap
know.
in.
She
More
picked
crap.
up a galvanized sort of bucket,
Oh,
like
right,
wall hanger
right.
kind of thing that I'm looking at for cross stitch or whatever. And then she sends me this picture, and she's got it on her fence and has flowers put in it. So stinking
Yeah,
cute.
it is. Because I called her up and I was like, well, I sent her a picture and I was like, see if they have any more of these.
Yeah, and they didn't.
Because
they were
that's
on
when I
sale.
was
So I should dig around. Yeah, wetifying.
Wetifying?
I don't know.
Beautifying.
Yeah, I love our words. We speak good. But, yeah, they didn't have any more. But I should look, because if I got one, like, you might as well take it. Like, I'll get around to finishing stuff ever.
It just looked really cute on it. Part of our fence is wood and part of it is chain link. And
Yeah,
so
it was so cute,
Yes,
so pretty.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I will try really hard to insert pictures.
I don't think there's any pictures like. Oh, I guess I did send you a picture.
Yeah.
Oh, but then last week it also hailed before the wedding. It hailed on Tuesday, I think, and it rained and it hailed and the wind blew. And Marie was here that day because she'd helped me plant some flowers. We kind of did a few things, and we were standing here watching
The hail on the flowers as they just planted
Yes.
and were using for the wedding. They made it though.
Yeah, they
were
did.
good.
But I mean, I started crying because it was just like, oh, what are we going to do? But when we went outside, it really wasn't as bad as it looked from the inside.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yes.
fine. We'll have everything. And yeah.
My husband was like,
turned
he came in right when it first started, and when I started crying, he was like, "It's okay. We'll go buy more flowers." And I was like, "Do you know how much I'd spend on flowers?" He was like, "It's okay. You
It's
can
okay.
buy some more."
Aw, what a good husband.
He is a good one. He's a keeper.
Do you think if I cried, he'd let me buy like more patterns and
I
stuff?
think he would. He would. Anything for you.
Guess what? No. So, yeah. So, well, and then the night of the wedding also, like in White Sulphur, which is the town, where we grew up.
Like 25 miles away.
Yeah.
And where I work.
Yeah. And so it's the same county, they had a hailstorm
Really
about
bad.
the same time that we were doing the wedding, and we just got rained on a little bit and wind. And there were a lot of people. We don't get a huge amount of hailstorms, but it was car damaging, windshields breaking.
The guy that came and pumped our
crop damaging is probably a little more.
Yeah, but the guy that pumped our septic tank, it cracked his windshield in his truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was.
I was kind of glad that my car was like in Ringling instead of White Sulphur, because my windshield already has 2 huge cracks in it that I need to replace because rocks, if you're not from
one from our trip to Shepherd's Bush.
Oh yeah, and I don't know where the other one came from. It just showed up one day in the winter as I watched it. I turned my car and I wasn't even driving, so it was there before, but I was cold out, turned the heat on, and it just But anyway, because it probably would have broke the windshield, so I was just happy. But okay, so back to haul, and I have a ridiculous amount of crap here. But it was my birthday month, and it's what we're saying, and that's what I asked my parents for my birthday. Yeah, was money to buy stuff, and then maybe I bought myself some stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff. So this is a mix of an order from 123 Stitch and from Fat Quarter Shop. And the really sad thing is that I have another box coming that came Friday night from Fat Quarter Shop that I had to have a friend go pick up for me because UPS. I was just like the one night I didn't want him to deliver because nobody was there in town, because I was in White Sulphur and Honey, her sister, my other aunt, was in White Sulphur getting ready for everything. My sister was out of town on a family vacation. They weren't getting back until late Saturday night. They didn't even get to go to the wedding. But they weren't going to be there. And so it was just like, man. And so and even I've got a coworker that lives kind of close to me, but she was a family reunion. And so I asked this other coworker, to go pick it up for me, and so she did, which was really nice. I mean, she had to drive from Helena to East Helena, which is just like, it was probably from her house maybe 7-8 miles, one way. Yeah. But I really appreciated it. It was really nice of her to go do, and so that's the alley that likes the finger guns. But anyway, so
especially since it's rained and it's
it rained every day. It was really nice of her. Mm-hmm. So thank you. I appreciate it. So I bought some 18 count vintage country mocha. And this is just 18 count Ada. And I just wanted to see, I was kind of looking at it, and I really like the variegation in it. And I think, now that I look at it, this maybe is just different dye lots. But I know when I was doing Mania, and I have a kit for the, what is this called? Merry Christmas by the Letter. It's a Lizzie Kate one. And this came in the kit, and I didn't know what the fabric was. And I'm pretty sure that's what this is, though this is a 14 count. And I really like it. And I really like that.
I like
that vintage country mocha 8 o'clock. I really like that. So, and they probably have linen too. I don't know. I just thought I could do some stuff. All right.
Now
you ready for this? Put your seatbelts on, kids, because holy crap.
I know, the funny thing is a lot of this I have in my cart at 1, 2, 3 Stitch.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like, gosh.
Hey, I want that, and I want that. So
yeah, I know, it's we really do have the same taste.
We really do.
Yeah.
It comes in handy.
Yes.
So
we share a
this
lot.
is Heart and Hand, and it's a Merrymaking mini. This is 4th of July. I'm sure you've seen it all over the place. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I won't be stitching that before the 4th, since today is the 8th. Mm-hmm. I'm taking this week off of work. I also got the Merrymaking mini free, just because I've seen people stitching this up all over the place, and it's so cute. I'm like, I'm really liking Heart and Hand stuff too. And Tiny Modernist. A lot of people are doing different things by Tiny Modernist, and I think I am really gonna like them too. So this is, I think it's just called Happy 4th of July.
I guess. I don't see anything.
Yeah. But I really like that. And I plan on doing it kind of with some darker colors. Like a darker navy probably, and a deeper red, because it's just what I like. Mm-hmm. Then I've seen this stitched everywhere as well. This is Knee High by Hands On Design. And I am really getting into...
I like that one.
Her stuff as well this year. Mm-hmm. And I really like, again, if you haven't checked out her FlossTube, she does a lot of fun stuff. Kathy Haberman I think it's Hands On Designer. Mm-hmm. And then Little House Needleworks. This is Snow and Love. I am not doing Jolly July. A lot of people, do you know Jolly July?
I know, because that's what I should have done Jolly July, because I need to start some Christmas stitching.
Yeah, but we had wedding stuff to do. I was just like, no. And Maureen already has that one. So already stitched it, yeah. Little House Needleworks, Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. Oh, so what I was going to say was, we're not doing Jolly July, but I've been seeing people post stuff, and I love it. I had this one picked out already, but I think Chelsea or somebody is doing this too, or maybe Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop. I don't know, but this is Little House Needleworks, Ding Dong Merrily on High. I just love that for some reason. And this is the Scarlet House. I was worried you had this one too, no, but then I saw it was a 2019 pattern, so I was like, nope.
No,
and it's called Berry Merry Christmas.
I like that one. That is really cute.
From the Scarlet House. I think I said that, but I don't know. Then Plum Street Samplers, another big favorite of mine, as yours.
Yes,
we like Plum Street Samplers. This is Pomegranate Santa.
That is cute.
I'm kind of getting in the Christmas mood. And Halloween apparently, because I'm always in the Halloween mood. So I got the next 3 Scary Apothecary charts that Hands On Design released. This one is Coffin Paint.
After lifetime warranty.
Yeah, after she was talking about that, like Kathy Haberman she said she was painting her garage or house or something, and she was looking for paint, and everything said a lifetime warranty, and I don't know why it just made her think of, well, what if it was an after lifetime warranty? And so that's how she came up with Coffin Paint. Mm-hmm. This is Cauldron Cleaner. And if you'll notice, she pointed out that the 2 cats are named Spell and Check. It's adorable. I didn't know that. Yeah, and then Cackle Lozenges, Shriek Well. Just cute.
That is cute.
Then I have, is this just Happy Halloween, I guess? By Silver Creek Samplers. Mom was checking this one out too. I was showing her. She's like, I really like that. She's like, I think maybe I just like the moon. But I'm really excited. I think behind the cat.
Oh, okay.
I think Chelsea's doing this one maybe. I'll have to look. Somebody's doing it. Chelsea is doing this one.
I like that one. I really like that one.
This is Halloween Sampler by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I love it.
it's really neat for me to watch FlossTube and see the different, because I kind of go straight to like Lizzie Kate or
Oh,
Hands-On
me
Design
too,
or
yeah.
Art in Hand, and so it's neat
Yeah.
that when you see people doing other designers.
Yeah, that maybe you don't always do,
Right.
or yeah.
Right, because when we go to Shepherd's Bush, I mean, we kind of go to, we look at all the stuff, but
Yeah.
we kind of go to the ones
We tend
I
to like
kind of-
always, yeah.
and I kind of
Well,
have
you kind of go with a plan.
well, yeah, because I usually have a list.
I have no plan. Can you believe that? I'm like, I finally made myself do a list of all the patterns I have because it's ridiculous and I really need to stop buying and just stitching from stash, but maybe next year.
It's two different things. It's
I
two
have-
different hobbies. I just saw
They
that
are.
somewhere. Yeah. Collecting the patterns and doing
And
the
actually
craft.
doing the craft, two different. And so I excel at both of them. Also, I think I have serious, do you know what FOMO is?
No.
It sounds naughty. It's fear of missing out.
Oh.
But that, I was thinking it was something naughty. Never mind. I know what I was thinking. I'm not going to say it. So I think it's like I see stuff and I'm just like, oh my gosh, because I have so many patterns. I will never stitch all of my patterns. I could retire now. And between all of my quilting and cross stitch and diamond painting and I don't know what else I have in there.
Knitting.
Oh,
crochet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of a hoarding thing going on. Oh well. Okay, on to this. So I did buy the 3 parts of the chalkboard ornaments. I think these are from a couple years ago at least.
Yeah.
2016 it says, from
Okay.
Hands-On Design. I've looked at these several times and didn't do them and took them out of my cart and but then I've seen people stitching them up and they look so cute. So
Are you going to do them on black?
I just went and
do you
did
think,
it.
or what
I
do you
don't
do?
know. That's the thing. I was like,
Because
I'm not sure if I'm going to do them on black because that might be what my problem is.
I think that's. I'm not real crazy about the black. I think.
I have a hard time. Kathy or Hands-On Design also did the is it Year of Chalk?
Yes.
It's not Priscilla's stuff though.
Maybe it was.
And not Priscilla's. I can't remember what it's called, but there's one every month, and they're just little kind of, I don't know, probably like the size of this, smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And they say things like, one of them says like plant seeds, and it's it's just green and white.
Oh.
And some of so they say different things, and there's one for every month. And I really kind of like them. But there's one, the July one says red, white, and barbecue.
Oh, right.
So I think I'm going to switch that up a little bit. My idea is because it's just the red that is stitched, I think. Red is stitched in red and maybe BBQ. But I'm going to do the red in red, the end in white, and the BBQ in blue because I think it'll look cuter.
Oh.
But, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I still got to buy those, so. Okay, here's Country Cottage Needleworks, Ornamental Joy. Again, another one. I think Priscilla did this on, I think it's a pink fabric. I'm going to have to go look again because maybe it wasn't even Priscilla. I just maybe saw it on Instagram somewhere. So cute.
Mm-hmm.
This one, Merry Christmas, My Dear. And I have some of this fabric. And though Maureen, I couldn't remember why I bought it. Though Maureen pointed out she thinks she knows why I bought it, but I've got plenty. I also, and I just thought, I keep looking at this one.
Isn't that the one that
Tech Guy, Kia's husband, Tech Guy from the Hive.
Yeah.
From Kia B. He's doing this. He did it on like a navy.
Yeah.
Or a black for his first project he stitched on. Yeah.
I was like,
She told him he was crazy, but he
Yeah.
did really good. But
yeah.
so I want to do that. So this is Merry Christmas Ornaments.
Mm-hmm.
I keep looking at this one and I really like the idea of it. I'm not crazy about the colors
No, I see.
of the ornaments.
I don't.
They need to be deeper, I think.
For
me.
me, I just like Christmas colors. That's
Yeah.
not Christmassy enough.
Yeah, yet this is the one who her mom was so excited because she finally was going to have somebody get married, in December. And, and I'm sure in my grandmother's eyes, she was going to have red and green colors.
Right, right. No.
Well, you had kind of a reddish.
I did. We did burgundy and
mauve,
kind of mauve
right.
and
Was I in your wedding?
No, you weren't.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't like you that much.
Can you believe that? Yeah.
You were like,
I was super annoying.
yeah, you were. No.
I did have a burgundy dress that Dorothy made for me, though.
And
that's what
really
I was thinking
cute.
about it. It was cute.
Really cute. But Brittany was actually younger than you, and I'd have probably had to have Brittany.
Oh, yeah.
My sister.
Brittany, Andrea, and Greg. Well, Ryan was born.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was it, yeah.
Yeah, so.
I don't know, anyway.
Again, squirrel.
Yeah. Whoops. Okay, this one, okay, Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop did this one as part of her mania, and she stitched it on like a navy blue perforated paper, or started to, and she's giving it away because she doesn't like it. But I really like this. It's called Alphabet en Blanc, and it's Sue Hillis Designs. I loved it. I don't know that I don't have plans to do it on perforated paper or anything, but
it'd be kind of neat.
I love doing the alphabet for some reason.
I know, I do too. I know. Crazy, isn't it?
Then everybody's doing this one. I did like this one before everybody was doing it, but this is the Stitcher hood. It's Quaker flag. But I think, for me personally, I have plans on changing this to a darker navy color, which I think a lot of people did anyway. Mm-hmm. But it bothers me that the red row has white in it and the white row has red. So I know I'll change that so that it's just all red and all white. And then Mom was pointing out, she was looking at it, she's like, hey, they forgot to do a white stitch right there. And they did.
Oh, they did.
That is so funny. And leave it up to my mom.
Yeah, she would know.
She would know. That. And this one I've looked for a long time. I love this one. It's Quaker Pumpkin by the Stitcher Hood.
Yeah, I don't really. Does it say what fabric to use?
No.
Because I was going to say I don't really like the fabric that they use.
Yeah, it looks kind of yellowish.
Yeah, it's too yellow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think a variegated thread would look better too. Yes. Because they just have it slated for DMC colors. And then lastly, I'm getting this because Kia did this for Mania from Kia B. She was doing vintage Christmas sampler it's Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet. Off of, I don't know if you can you get it other places? I got it off of Fat Quarter Shop.
I think.
And Kia did each one of these individually as ornaments.
They are really cute.
So that's what I'm doing too.
Are you going to do the little white border thing?
I think so. She did. You should look at that one. They looked really cute. And then she started them, I think, in Mania, and then worked on them again in 24 hours of cross stitch. You want to do 24 hours of cross stitch?
Oh God.
It's 24 and 48 hours now.
Oh, okay. That I could maybe.
She could do it. I don't know what she's talking about. Gets up at 5 a.m.
I know.
I mean, I could do it just because I can sit there all day. She probably can't, but.
Yeah, I was good. I don't know. I don't know if I could stay up long enough to.
I know.
And then, to sit and stitch all day, I don't think I could do
it
that.
Might drive you nuts.
Yeah.
She's always running, doing something outside. I got a sunburn this weekend. Yes. I was outside, seriously, for 20 minutes, not even consecutively.
Jill does
decorating.
Not like the outdoors. I know.
And I was just like, I think I got a sunburn. Then I actually looked and it's like, there's a little bit of sunburn. Yeah. So then we were just looking at her arms when we were in here. Yeah. And we were like, she's like, oh yeah, you might be a little bit white.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's probably going to totally throw off the color.
I know. I was going to say, yeah, but this is probably like skin cancer here.
Oh, yeah. You know. And I'm very big. My dad had melanoma. Now he has metastatic melanoma. And so I'm really big on people, when they talk about going and tanning. And I'm like, stop that. Stop that right now. But he's doing good. He takes Keytruda. It's been a miracle. But
yes.
He's doing very good. So, but yeah, I'm very hyped up on, telling people. Allie, my friend, she's like, oh, my legs are so white. She's from California, so she's like, I'm so white anymore, and I need to tan. I'm like, no, you don't. No.
That's right. And I should use sunscreen. And actually, I did put on sunscreen because my daughter-in-law, I had a short sleeve dress for the wedding, and she was like, no, you cannot get sunburned. And so I bought tank tops because I didn't.
Not the daughter-in-law whose wedding it was.
No,
this is totally the other daughter-in-law.
Yes.
I just knew totally, from the story. Yes. I'm like,
yeah. She was like, no.
And Catalina took both Marie and Maureen over and got their nails and their toes done.
I know. And it's lasted pretty fancy.
It has, yeah. And then she instructed her, she's like, because Maureen was kind of putting some stuff in the dishes the day before the wedding, dishes in the sink, and Catalina says, you do not wash those. She's like, we put rubber gloves on.
Yeah. And don't wear shoes. You gotta wear sandals.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yes.
But it was great. I think, I thought it was really nice. And I think Marie really appreciated, they,
And we talk about Catalina, but we love
her. We like to tease her because she teases us.
She does. And we are going to make her sit here with us one of these days.
Yeah, she will.
And
She's
probably
great.
just sit here and not say a word.
I know, and she'll be so quiet and be like, what are you talking about? She's crazy. No, she is. She's like crazy in the best way possible.
Yes.
So.
She was so funny the night of the wedding. She had a little, Marie was pretty nervous. And so I think Catalina and Marie did a few shots.
A little tipsy,
something, or wine. I'm not sure what.
Who knows?
Because they got dressed at Catalina's house and they came down. And so they were drinking. She was Catalina.
Calm the nerves. Catalina was pretty happy. She caught a picture of my mom that she sent me, and my mom's got a beer bottle in one hand and a glass of beer in the other, and so Catalina sends me this look. She's like, double fisting, which I knew my mom, doesn't drink that much, and I was like, knowing Catalina, she probably handed my mom her drink and said, hey, can you hold that for a sec? And then took a picture. My mom said no. But it was Reed's, which is Catalina's husband.
Joyce does not drink. She was so funny.
Oh, she was. She told Catalina, how many beers is this? And apparently Mom said, 3. So I'm not sure if it was 3 or 4, but either way, it was pretty funny.
I know. She really gets wound up.
Because she does not. It's like the one time a year. She probably,
Yeah. Well, she just doesn't drink. And so when she goes out, she has a good time. And so
so it doesn't take a beer or two, and
she needs to go home.
Dad's like, must be time.
Yeah. They did do the Macarena.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
I missed it
because that's what we were waiting for. We needed to get them to.
I know.
To get Joyce out there and do the Macarena.
So the story is that Maureen's husband Rod graduated the same year my mom did, and so at the 20th. I think class reunion. My mom got a little tipsy down at the bar, as did Rod for their reunion. And my mom was riding a little fake pony around, and then both of them got out on the floor and did the Macarena. And I was like, what?
I know.
Rod did the Macarena. I was like, if only. So that's what I was asking him. I said, Rod? I'm like, my mom's in a pretty good mood. I think her pony's gonna come out, so I'm like, you better be drinking because we're gonna play the Macarena.
But he did not go out and dance.
And I went home early because I was old and tired.
Yeah. Well, I was really tired, but we stayed until after 1. That is like,
I know. She slept in until 6:30 the next morning.
I know.
I got up at 10:30, and I was like, I wonder if I should call. Maybe I need to go out there and help them clean up. And then I thought, they're done. She said, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. We got up and we picked up the chairs that were here, and I undecorated. We had tulle all along the fence.
The fence,
and the little bows and stuff. And so we got that all cleaned up. And then about that time that we were ready to head up to Ringling to the bar, Rod's brother and a couple of friends of ours came down, and they'd already picked up all of the chairs up in Ringling and the tables and had them all stacked up. And so we went up there and loaded the stuff up, and
that's nice.
It was really nice, and the decorations we had in the car. And then the bar owner walked across the street and came over. She said she'd told us that she wasn't going to be there until 10, and it was about a little after 9, and she'd heard us because we had hay bales and big round bales and blocked off the streets, and so they started up the tractor and we're moving hay bales off the street. And So she came over and opened up the bar and then went back home and took to take a shower.
That was nice.
I know, it was.
Little towns are nice.
Yes, little towns. She handed me the key and said, here, lock it up when you leave.
Yeah.
So then we just finished. We had to make a couple trips down with loads of food and that were left over and decorations.
So to clarify, Ringling pretty much only has like a bar / restaurant, kind of place. Well, and a post office, but
and that's it.
And then so just people that live around here. But so they blocked off that part of Main Street, like around the bar it's Main Street. It's a dirt road. It's kind of the only street. It's not the only street. There's a few more. But with the big round hills, and they strung lights. It was so cute. It was It's a good thing Marie and Riley wanted simple, because simple we could do.
It was nice, but it was cold. We set up tables outside, and I think there was only like one person or family sitting outside, Ryan and.
Oh yeah, well we were kind of moving in and out because you'd go in the bar and then you get too hot because there were so many people. So then I'd wander outside and sit for a while, and then you get cold, so then you'd wander back in.
It was a little windy, and then after it got dark and they set off fireworks and stuff, the wind kind of quit blowing, and it was still cold.
It was cold,
but it was nice.
Yeah,
it was nice.
Good.
Yeah,
it was a good time. So anyway. Now our plan, we're going to have to get back on track with some stitching.
That's right. And quilting, because we're going to quilt retreat the end of this month.
The very end of this month, yeah. I don't know if we'll get...
I don't know.
Maybe. Depending on how much stitching we get done. We might get another.
Wants us to do a FlossTube there.
Oh, Terry?
Yeah, Terry.
Terry will definitely star in it. Yeah.
Yes.
She could bring some quilt stuff.
Terry is an awesome quilter. She's making a quilt for Joyce and Mike's 40th.
Yeah, their 40th. Yeah.
Yeah, and it is beautiful.
So.
Terry is a perfectionist. And your mom is a perfectionist.
Yeah.
I am not.
Obviously, I didn't get that.
That'll do.
Yeah, that'll do. What is that? That's from a movie or something, isn't it? That'll do, donkey. Is it from Shrek or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, we're just rambling now.
So we need to quit.
Yeah. We don't want to go over like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we don't
Sorry.
like long videos. Yes.
And I can't edit it out, so.
No, because we don't know.
I'll learn.
Oh, we didn't tell them that the last time when we thought Catalina was going to come in.
Yeah, when we were laughing about, if you see this crazy lady or whatever. So we were telling him out there about it, and Catalina said, well, I was going to come in and stick my head in, but Reed said, you better not. They probably don't know how to edit. And I was like...
That's right.
Yep.
I don't know anything.
I know. I know. The only other thing I wrote down was... I was reading on, so who knows if this is true or not, take it, but I was reading on one of the other Facebook pages. I don't know if it was Stitch Mania, it could have been 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. I don't know. Semi-Sane Stitchers, I think, is another one. I don't know. One of those, somebody was saying that they were notified in a newsletter that DMC was going to be going up in prices in September in the States, because apparently it must be more expensive, like, in other places. And so they said even like as high as $1 a skein they heard, which I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, but I mean, so that's a pretty big price increase. Right. But somebody pointed out that means that fancy floss will go up too, because most of them use, they buy floss from DMC and over dye it. And they don't buy little skeins. I'm sure they direct buy from DMC and order, stuff. But so... Just
That's
a thought.
That's really going to bother me, because I am a fancy floss girl.
I know.
I'm my fancy floss.
We're going to have to go buy some stuff.
Well, that's true.
We need to go to Shepherd's Bush before that.
Shopping trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that. All right. Well, we will get out of here. Thank you again to everybody that subscribed. And
maybe she'll insert pictures.
Maybe not. I've got a YouTube, how to insert stuff in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
That's how I learned how to do a YouTube account. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Bye.